Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Owlet tournament. I am your host and play-by-play caster Reignbow. We've got an excellent match for you tonight, featuring Kraken versus Hyperion. Joining me in the commentary booth tonight is Warrenpeace. How are you doing tonight, Warren?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I think this is going to be a fantastic rematch. We have a Hyperion straight off of a 3-0 victory against the Fire Nation, and Kraken who came in 4th or 3rd, I can't remember exactly, from Season 3 of Owlet, and they did fantastic in GGNA, and I'm excited to see what they have to offer us here.
Yeah, same. Kraken I believe, was 4th, at least that's what their team card says. And it is virtually the same roster. A lot of the time when you look at teams a year later, they've completely switched out, maybe like 2 or 3 core players still left. But this is virtually the same roster. You have some additional players in Petticoat, Reiko, and Blank. But everyone else is old Kraken Skulls, so it's really exciting to see them return in virtually the same condition. So I'm excited to see what their team synergy they've gained over the past year has gotten them, and hope to see them perform really well here.
Absolutely. And Hyperion has a great roster. I'm really excited to see what they have to offer. They can continue to build on yesterday's, and maybe even, it's going to be a really great matchup for sure.
Yes, so we'll be going into Oasis here, and so what do we expect to be seeing on Oasis, just in general?
So on Control Center, I always like to see the dive. That's where the dive comes out. Brawl and double shield happens on the other two every once in a while.
This looks like we are going to Gardens first.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to see Gardens. We have are they going to try to debate us first, or are these going to be their actual picks? We never know.
So, you never know.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see some... I like to see the Pharmacy come out on Gardens. That's always fun, but maybe with Echo, looks like we will be seeing the Echo out of blue boxers, which will be...
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for those possible Pharah buffs we have coming up to help shake things up. I know there are plenty of Pharah players. I know they're going to be super excited about that one. But yeah, we are looking at the Rhines on both sides, but we do have Sigma versus Zarya, which I think is interesting to look at what teams like to run the off-tank.
Absolutely, and I will be seeing which Rhine can... I am a Rhine specialist, so I always love watching other Rhines.
Yeah, Rhine is objectively the most fun main tank. Looking at the DPS matchups, you kind of have the Echo vs Genji, the Cowboy in McCree vs Ashe there. One more long range, one more mid range, and the Moira versus Brig. I remember we did see a lot of DJ Gigabit on the Moira from last season.
Absolutely. And here we are, both teams are just about to get out of the gate here. And it's on!
Yeah, it's excited to see how this first fight goes down. So it can really set like the tone for the rest of the matchup, honestly, just how the first fight goes. So we do see that is... I'm not immediately forgetting their name somehow. The red team taking the high ground.
Hyperion,
thank you. My brain just blanked there. And Kraken going up to meet them. Hyperion did get there first. You kind of see the nades coming out from both sides. Petticoat Fire going down to Stuffing Things first, losing that support. But then Stuffing Things immediately goes down to Muddy Snaps, kind of evening things up there, as both those are very essential players. So we'll kind of have to see how the rest of this shakes out and what the rest of those teams are able to pull out. As fight goes on, Agathon going down to Lysaru on the Brigida. And so it is going the way, but we already see a Cola that's coming out from DJ Gigabit very quickly built, and a Blade also immediately coming out. It does look like it is going to be going to Hyperion with some of those kills coming through. Just DJ Gigabit left on the side of Kraken Skulls, but it will be Hyperion getting the first cap there.
Now that's some interesting ult. I did not expect to see the ult come out that early, but we already had a Blade come out. Not a Nano Blade quite yet. Probably the next time Rosemary gets their ult, there will probably be a Nano Blade available. Stuffing Things is very close to the Shadow, and that could be a fight-finding ult, especially for building other ults. Fight's already starting again.
Yes, exactly. So you kind of have Hyperion on the high ground. We are going to see Kraken Skulls attempt to do that rotation again onto high ground. We'll see if they are able to pull it out a bit better this time. And it looks like they already are doing well, kind of pushing Hyperion off that high ground, able to get the advantageous position and get some of those pokes out, taking out Plasma, the Ana first there. Able to take those down, but the huge shatter coming through, and that is going to be Hyperion cleaning that up really well. There's still the couple player on Kraken Skulls left, but they will be quickly cleaned up. I'm not speaking well today.
That is okay. So we had the shatter come out for Stuffing Things, but Kua could turn the tide with a shatter of his own that he has built up. Muddy Snaps almost has the kinetic grass, or not kinetic grass, sorry. Gravitate, the grav flux.
The flux, yes.
Yeah, the flux. But there also is a grav on the side of Hyperion.
Yeah, a number of ults really. So
Yeah.
they have a lot of potential value there. Throwing out the Bob to start out with, but looks like it's not going to get too much value from where it is, especially with that sleep coming through from Petticoat. But blue boxers will be falling for Kraken Skulls. The Shatter coming through.
Shatter.
And looks like not able to get too much out of it, able to get some of that damage in, kind of keeping things even. The Nano's going to be falling onto stuff and things, so it does get slept. A lot of ults getting thrown down here really all over. And things seem to be getting kind of even, maybe going to Hyperion, but with some of those Kraken Schools players coming back that went down earlier, the tide may be swinging there. We do see the Blade come out, see what value he's able to get from that, but it will be Hyperion keeping the point here.
Hyperion definitely had the better, they had the earlier ults, which definitely helped them out.
Well, it was 100-0. I definitely think we saw a lot of Kraken Skulls putting up a pretty good fight. And so they just kind of need to get those final pieces to click right, and I think that they can definitely be improving as we go throughout the series here. So we'll be going to University. What are we going to be seeing here in University?
Usually I like to see the Brawl. This is very strong for Brawl, very strong for Double Shield. But I think that the Brawl will be staying, especially with Stuff and Things and Optic on the Ryan Zarya. That was very strong. But we will be seeing the Doomfist and the McCree from Blue Boxers and Agathon versus the Symmetra and Genji.
Ooh, a Symmetra coming out.
And we do have the Lucio, which...
Lucio's not a favorite of mine. It is budget well, so you do get to get some of those boops coming out. But they will be... We'll be switching back over to the Moira, just getting some speed out of spawn to help kind of try to take some of that space first. They're rotating the high ground.
Yeah.
It's not something you see teams do a whole lot, but they are going to. It's going to help them get some initial picks, hopefully here. But Hyperion has taken the point space.
Yeah. The shields are kind of getting taken down by these turrets. Symmetra is very good at getting those double shields.
Yep, Hyperion nearly capping the point. Forcing Kraken Skulls to drop down. Blue Box is going to fall first to Oakley on the Symmetra. Mystump's going down as well. Kua is the only one who's able to get a pick there from Kraken Skulls, and Hyperion just kind of clean sweeps the rest of them.
Yeah, absolutely. But I saw Plasma had some really great anti-nades onto the high ground that really helped turn the fight over. We do see Kua and Muddy Snaps go into the Divine Winston, which is not a composition we see very often. I'm excited to see how this works. We have Stuff and Things about to get a Shatter off.
Big initial pick there onto DJ Gigbit. That's going to force Kraken Skulls to back up, and it's just going to lose some time, especially if you can maybe get another pick while they're in this just kind of middle ground hanging out here.
Absolutely. And we do see the poke damage come out. Stuff and Things will have the ult. Absolutely. Rosemary is very close to a blade, and if they hold off long enough, we could get the Nano Blade. Oh, there's a dive going in.
Yeah, we kind of see some stuff getting done, but not much happening quite yet. Still kind of just poking at each other.
And
we just see the Shatter coming through. Doesn't look like it's able to get much value, but Hyperion is able to kind of quickly get those kills. We do see High Noon coming out from Axon, but I don't think it's going to be able to get much here. Oh, but actually maybe with recovery here. Able to take out the Ana and the Reinhardt. This is definitely possible, but Oakley coming in and putting a swift end to that with a 3k on Symmetra. Oakley's not a fan of Kraken Skulls winning here.
Absolutely, we love to see it. They did use a lot of ults in this fight, but they still will have the Nano Blade, which is going to be a pretty hard ult to beat, especially since there are no support ults out for... No defensive support ult for the Kraken Skulls here. They will have a Primal Rage and a Shatter, which could definitely turn the tide of the fight.
Yeah, throwing down the Nano Blitz, gonna be taking out Agathon in the back line there. And the bubble is just gonna not let anyone kill Rosemary. He is on a tear, getting that nice 3k. Still trying to put up a fight here, maybe try to get some extra time for teammates to come back. But Crew is gonna get taken down pretty quickly, and it looks like it will be Hyperion taking the 2-0 here on Oasis. So it's a really good start from Hyperion.
Hyperion could not ask for a better first map. Maybe Kraken Skulls is more of a second map kind of team. Maybe they're just sort of taking a little bit of time to warm up, but that's... I mean, they still played really well despite the 99-0 on both maps. Absolutely.
Yeah, I do think Gardens looked a lot better for them. They kind of got a bit more crushed on University. So I'm not the smart person here, so I don't know what that says. But
I'm not the smart person either. No.
And that's why we're testing minors and not majors.
Yeah.
But so next we are going to be moving on to Escort, I believe. This is Havana, Dorado, or Gibraltar. Do you have any guess as to what we might be seeing coming out from Kraken schools? What they might have a preference for?
I think that they're probably going to try to run the off-meta strats is my best guess. So they're not going to be going with the... I would not be so sure about seeing a dive from them, but maybe...
So we're not thinking Gibraltar, because Gibraltar is pretty dive-heavy, so you tend not to pick it unless you have a confident dive.
Yeah, which I'm not sure if they will pick that. Maybe with Dorado, maybe it'll be a Dorado map, which could also be strong for dive, but also very strong for double shield, which they seem to favor. They're playing a lot of comps that had 2 shields, maybe not like traditional shields.
Yeah, so we'll kind of see what we end up getting there. But so, what do you think? I guess Hyperion was doing really well, or Kraken schools kind of needs to improve on to win in this next map?
I think Kraken schools needs to have an answer for the Symmetra or the Genji in particular. The Symmetra was just denying them a lot of space and just spamming them out before they could get onto... They were taking a lot of damage. There was also some great anti-nades from Plasma there. So it was really just they were taking a lot of stuff before they could get onto the fights. They have to clean up the rotations, and yeah. That's what my main notes that I took for that map.
Yeah, and so we are going to be seeing Hyperion switching out, I believe, which they're 2 tanks. So they're switching out Stuff and Optic and putting in Lofty and Yanked over there on that team. So I wonder if that's a particular map decision, or they're like, we're actually feeling really confident, and so maybe we're going to try to put in, not even like necessarily their worst players, but just kind of like their other tanks. So I don't know, it could be a map pick, but it wouldn't be a map because we don't know what map it is yet. So we'll kind of see just how that ends up working out and what we end up seeing from Lofty and Yane. I expect good things just because Hyperion's been doing really well as a team.
Absolutely. I think that they're going to... Oh, it looks like Gibraltar is what we are going to see. So this is the dive map. I mean, you can still play double shield, you can still play brawl, but...
yeah, so maybe they do have a good dive. I mean, we did see Kua go on to that Winston, so you do at least have someone who plays Winston. We'll kind of see how the rest of the team ends up going along with it. We did see Petty on the Ana, which goes along with dive. So you do at least have those 2 players. And we also have the Echo. So
yeah, Hyperion will be defending first, which means that they could either... Some strats that I see on defense are the double shield Bastion. That's what I've been seeing a lot in scrims lately, but I think that dive does beat the Bastion double shield. Because dive can pressure that out, and just so we'll see what happens. We could see the double shield. Maybe Lofty and Yaint are a lot better at the dive than Optic and stuff and things.
And really, we're at the minors level, so you get to see a lot more variation in team comps. And in part, why that's allowed to happen is if you are playing your team comp better than the other team is playing their team comp, you win. You get like kind of bonus stats for playing meta, but it's all going to come down to who can play their comp the best.
Absolutely.
So we'll just kind of see what these teams are running and if they can run it really well. Because you've seen teams run dive and do really well in minors, even when it wasn't meta. So we'll just kind of have to see how these teams shake out and what these teams kind of end up having a big preference for. I mean, generally see a lot of Ryan, because Ryan's fun. Who hates Ryan, really? But yes, we are going to be getting started on Gibraltar here in a sec. I'm trying to think of just what in general more to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
not
more
a lot
to say as well. Yeah, but we will go into Gibraltar. I'm expecting to see some... Ooh, it looks like we already have some picks. Maybe they're the Caster debate picks, but I'd like to...
I think we're just picking stuff on not enough players. Yeah. Now we get to see the actual picks
So we
coming
will
through.
see an Orisa out with Orisa Sigma with the Genji Ashe. And we will see the... Zenyatta, which is not a really great thing to play against a dive. Because Zenyatta is a very easy dive target. However, we will see the Ryan Winston dive, which that is going to be exciting to watch. I'm excited to see what this does. Agathon will be going on to the Widowmaker, which is going to be great. I think he's going to get a lot of great picks there.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching the when I was passing the
top.
Majors match on Wednesday, and there's Majors players on Widow and absolutely tearing it up here. So definitely lots of good opportunities if Agathon can pull off a good Widow.
And Agathon's Widow, from what I recall from playing against it, is very scary to play. There's gonna be a lot of good targets for him to go snipe and click some heads. Oh, we do have some. We do have a pod coming in. Unfortunately, team specs were not swapped.
Yeah, so
it happens.
We do have more time to talk about the team comps here then. So I don't know, I've been keeping super up with meta recently, but I find it interesting to pair the Genji with a double shield, because when you want a more mobile comp to help
ideally, yes.
take care of.
And you would want to pair you would want to pair an Ana with the Genji so you can get the Nano Blade, because Nano Blade with a pull from the Orisa comes in strong and really will get you a lot of kills, a lot of damage done from a pull Nano Blade. However, I think they're going to be trying to do the pull dash combos. They're going to they have a lot of things to pair with that Orisa. So I, as a self-proclaimed Orisa one trick, I'm very excited about this.
Speaking of you being a self-proclaimed Orisa one trick, not happy about those changes?
Not too happy, but I think they are needed, and a lot of tanks will be happy to be off of Orisa. That is for sure.
Man of the people there.
Yeah.
Okay, but we are going to be getting started. Here we see them kind of rolling out, just getting that initial cart movement going on.
Oh, and there's the dynamite.
Yeah, nice little poke face. The Agathon trying to take some shots at the Ashe. Dive coming in. Rosemary gets first kill onto Agathon though, removing that Widow pressure. Which honestly, there isn't a lot of Widow pressure with the double shield, but it does still exist. There's some movement that kind of got it almost to the dip, but we are going to be seeing Kraken Schools have to kind of regroup there a little bit, wait for Agathon, get some picks in, but Blue Boxes gets taken out by Rosemary. Rosemary just kind of putting an end to the DPS on Kraken Schools right now.
Absolutely. Rosemary has just absolutely obliterating the enemy DPS from Kraken Schools.
Ooh, kind of good to see a switch over to a more double sniper comp with Blue Boxers switching from the Tracer to the Ashe.
That'll be exciting to watch. So they're going to have 2 Ashes, one will be significantly closer, and the fight seems to be starting right now.
Yep, kind of getting that poke in, some dive onto the DPS over there in servers, but Rosemary getting kill onto Agathon yet again. Lysaru taking out Kua, saying, "You will not dive me, for I am the mighty Zenyatta." Oakley and Lysaru continuing to get these kills and just clean up on Kraken Skulls.
Yeah,
what needs to change here? What's going wrong for Kraken Skulls?
So one thing I'm noticing is that Lysaru is very good about calling out their Discord orbs, because everyone who gets discorded dies. So they have to either get better about protecting the person who's discorded, or they have to maybe shorten the spam, because they're taking a lot of spam damage. So either shorten the rotation so they don't take as much spam, or we'll see what happens in this next fight, which seems to be starting just right now.
But yeah, I agree. Lysaru's definitely she's doing a good job on that Zenyatta. We see the blade's going to be coming out from Rosemary, and it looks like it's going to be another lost fight for Kraken Skulls.
Yeah, this is this is dead. Kua just trying to get out there. Oof. They will be having an Angry Monkey and maybe a Shatter coming from Kraken Skulls, but there will be a amplification matrix that will help build up all the rest of the ults.
Yes, maybe looking at ults, you might be able to see Kraken Skulls take this out, but it's still definitely going to be an uphill battle, because it's not like, why am I blanking on their name again?
Yeah.
I'm doing
and dive, the other team, coordinated dive will take out double shield. And you can charge there. There's Bob.
Yep, Angry Monkey trying to put some pressure onto Oakley there. We do see Kua take out Oakley. I think that might have been the first kill for Kraken Skulls, honestly. We do see the Flux going to be coming out there, which might put some heavy damage down. Agathon gang taken out. We did get another kill onto Plasma there. We see Muddy Snaps there trying to swing in, but the Discord is going to be putting an end to his reign. Swinging around there, but Kua is popping off, dude. Kua is carrying that fight for Kraken Skulls.
I'm afraid to dive against Kua, that is for sure. Holy cow, this
Kua is just like, no, we are going to win Gibraltar, for I am Winston and I can't lose.
Winston Overwatch says Kraken Skulls takes point 1.
Exactly. So we'll see if Kua's kind of able to continue to put in that work, and if Kraken Skulls is able to match up to their teammate there.
Speaking from ults, will be Kraken Skulls does not have the ult advantage. Hyperion has and we see Bongo coming out.
Yeah, just gonna put pressure, force Kraken Skulls to just back up a little bit, make sure they don't let anyone die, but they let someone die. So Agathon is going to be getting down there to Rosemary.
Oh, yeah, that's
going
the
down
back
as well.
out.
Yeah, Rosemary and Lofty just kind of getting a lot of those kills there.
That was a massive Bongo. They got a lot of ult charge off of that, and a lot of kills. Rosemary has yet another blade, which they can pair very well with an Orisa Halt. They still have a defensive ult from Lissaru that can cancel out Muddy Snap's Shatter. And, yeah, that's
yeah. So we'll see kind of what the play around that's going to be. And Agathon does so
unlucky from Agathon.
Ooh, but Kua does get the kill to Rosemary. That might even things up, and they're able to push in here, actually.
Absolutely.
So they are continuing to get that movement on the cart. And continue pushing forward here, looking for this Shatter still. Kind of coming down here soon, I imagine the Amplification Matrix, and the Shatter is going to be coming down. Muddy Snap does go down, but the Shatter helps cancel out that Winter a little bit. We will see the Trans coming through along with the Blade. So it will be... Oh, Rosemary gets killed to Agathon, though. So it is still kind of possible for Kraken Skulls here, but with Kua going down, I think that is going to be done for them. They did put up a really good fight there, and I think we're able to cancel out a lot of those ults. So
Absolutely.
they were able to force Hyperion to actually pop a lot of ults there. If you look at the ult economy now, it's really in the favor of Kraken Skulls.
Heavily in favor of Kraken Skulls. So they can have Angry Monkey, they have a Bob who can help them push the cart. They've got High Noon, and they have a Coalescence that they can push into. So my guess is that they'll probably be using Angry Monkey and Coalescence for this next fight. We see Kua diving on the Widowmaker.
Yep, Kua's gonna be Angry Monkey in there, and we all saw what happened last time, so I'd be kind of in fear right now. We do see the Immortality Field getting thrown down, another Bongo's going down. This Bongo's kind of in a scary spot, so it will get destroyed pretty quickly. The Bob's gonna get the kill into Yate. Agathon taking out Rosemary there. Oakley does get the kill into blue boxes, but this is going to be a win for Kraken Skulls unless Hyperion can pull, something out of thin air here. We do see Lofty putting up a fight there. She's holding her ground, trying to get some extra time, but it will eventually fall, and Hyperion's going to be getting set up for point 3.
Once again, Winston Overwatch says Hyperion must retreat.
Yeah, Kua can continue to put pressure, and Agathon was able to get the kill into Plasma. I think that was definitely a case of, they lost the battle but won the war with that ult economy. We saw, and they still have a decent amount of ult.
Kua just dove in really low health.
Okay, so maybe the questionable plays. Kua getting a bit overconfident there.
It's okay. We've all done it. We have all done it.
They're still able to get some cart progress. Oakley will be going down, and the Flux will be coming down, but that was already really a lost. It was already a lost fight. I think it was a questionable use to pull out the Deadeye from Agathon there.
Yeah, a little bit questionable, but
yeah, because honestly, if I'm Kraken Skulls, I'm like, okay, we lost the fight, and they popped Flux, and they didn't have to. We're kind of winning that situation.
Only ult up for sure. Well, the 3 ults that we're going to see this fight are probably Coalescence, which can be used to push in. A Transcendence that can be used to save, and Rosemary's feared Blade, he's coming out right now.
He's going to be pulling out right now. Throwing some slash down, but gets them with blue boxes. They've gotten pretty good at countering Rosemary in these last couple of fights.
Yeah.
So the Transcendence will be getting popped to prevent some of that pressure coming in from Kraken Skulls. Kua diving into that backline once again. Muddy Snap's kind of getting a bit low there.
Oh, that's a real ball.
Get the kills, and just need to continue cleaning up Hyperion so they can get this cart progress. And we're kind of into that, stall stage. We'll see what Hyperion's able to do, but actually I don't think they're going to be able to touch here.
They definitely won't be able to. They have a Shatter and the Angry Monkey. And Kraken Skulls had a really rough start, but they managed to pull it back, and that was really impressive.
Yeah, finish time on Gibraltar, which there are plenty of times where you see people just not finish Gibraltar, so finishing with a bit of time on the clock, it's not a lot, but it is some time. So it's pretty good recovery after point A. They were doing a really good job.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what they will be able to pull off here. There looks like we don't have any tanks picked yet. Oh wait, now we do. We have the Reinhardt, so we're probably gonna see the Winston Reinhardt combo, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch. I'm gonna need to find out more about how that works, because it's fun to watch and adds a bit of variety to the general brawl style. We're switching over to Orisa, which I think is questionable, but we'll see what happens with it. You know, I'm gonna hold my judgment.
We will be seeing a double shield come out. I don't think they're gonna be running the dive here, which is cool to see. I mean, you don't get to see a lot of double shield attacks, and as the Orisa one trick of miners, I love to see it. I know some tanks might not love to play it, but I love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, Orisa gameplay can be interesting, but it can also be very boring.
So we will be seeing we'll be seeing a lot of pole combinations, hopefully. The support difference is going to be, there's going to be a lot more potential for, a lot more, pretty even, I'd say. And here we go. Dive.
Yeah, Blue Box looking for those initial shots, but does get caught out by Rosemary there. And so that's not a good initial pick for the side of Kraken. So it's great for Hyperion, as they will continue to push onto this high ground, looking for some of those additional picks to come through. And Rosemary gets yet another kill onto Agathon, really putting the pressure on those DPS. And just forcing Kraken Skulls to just, you know, continuously back up and wait for those players to respawn.
Yeah.
And a lot of free push for Hyperion right now.
Yeah. They're doing a lot of damage with the dynamite packs.
As soon as Blue Box is back, Rosemary is on her. And, you know, Blue Box just cannot get a break there. And yeah, it's continuing to roll through, and the blade coming out just for BM. You already won the team fight, Rosemary. You're good. It's okay.
Yeah.
But you know, hey, you can appreciate that. I want to flex on them with my blade.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first ult to come out. We will be. DJ Gigabit has the coalescence for this next fight. Not a lot of other ults. I mean, they're getting close to the Gravitic Flux, which should be fun to see. Nice pull Gravitic Flux combo, and now the fight is heating up here. There's the dynamite doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, the dynamite pressure is a lot, but Kua is able to get that kill onto Rosemary, which removes a lot of the pressure for Kua's DPS. It's exactly what you want to see, the making space as a tank. And, you know, removing the biggest threat, it helps. Oakley also going down to Kua. Kua does not like DPS very much. Just like Rosemary does not like the enemy DPS. We are going to be seeing the rally getting popped here by Petticoat Pirate. Kua getting another kill onto Plasma. The Flux did come out, not getting any direct kills there, Lofty.
Yeah.
But the Kraken Skulls continue to kind of get these picks. 3 people still left on Hyperion right now, with Oakley actually coming back on the Reaper. Getting quickly taken down though, and it will be Kraken Skulls holding space here, taking down Rosemary.
That was a lot of...
sending them back to spawn.
Yeah, we did see we saw a little bit of ults. One thing I noticed there was that Hyperion didn't really know when to back out fully. They just wanted to get as much push as possible. Which, they got a Kraken Skulls got a lot of ult charge off that. They almost have every single ult in the game, except for Valor, which saved them from the Flux, I would say.
Yeah, so you have Hyperion moving back in here. Rosemary getting set up to put pressure on those DPS yet again. The bongos are going to get popped here from Yaint.
They're going to focus down the bongo. Nice.
Oh, the Deadeye coming out. Oh, and it gets reflected back onto Agathon by Rosemary. Not what you love to see, unless you're the guy who chooses to very happy to see it. But the blade's going to get thrown down as well, making sure that Kraken Skulls has no way of recovering here. That was a really good blade coming out from him. Lofty putting in the work on her Sigma, and they're going to be capping point B here. So they will have a decent amount of time on the clock. We'll see exactly how much. Ooh, Agathon just does get on to Rosemary. Not gonna be enough to stop the point moving there, but that's 4 minutes 40 on point B, or on for point C. Correction.
Well, will be taken down, but they will be getting 2 picks. So the fight is still in favor.
Yeah, it definitely kind of helps stop Hyperion's momentum there, but actually with Kraken Skulls backing up, Hyperion can keep on rolling here, actually. So we'll kind of see how this next fight ends up. They're going to be fighting Seth the corner. The rally's going to be coming in here, trying to get a rock on. Something doesn't quite catch anyone. The Flux is going to be coming through. Didn't look like it catch anyone there. Agathon getting killed onto Rosemary's Reaper. We see the Coalescence and Rally coming out here. Oakley trying to get a Deadeye. Doesn't quite get anything though. The Shadow coming down onto Hyperion, doing a really nice job, and that's going to be a really good cleanup for Kraken Skulls. Just need to get those last couple players. We see Plasma kinda on the edge here. Not sure what the plan was there from him, but that will be a win for Kraken Skulls.
Come on, try me.
Absolutely. Muddy has not really disappointed with the Shatters at this match at all. He's he's a very solid Reinhardt, that is for sure.
Yeah, they aren't too frequent, but when you see those shadows come through, they do get a lot of value.
Now, Plasma is going to be able to use the defense matrix, and that's going to get them a lot of ult charge, I'd say.
Looks like we see Axon setting up for a Deadeye play, kind of setting up behind Hyperion on the high ground. We'll be popping that in just a second. I imagine the amplification matrix coming through. Not able to get a lot of value from there, but we do see Deadeye. Deadeye actually, that was from Oakley, not Agathon. Oakley was able to take out Kua there. It looks like Agathon is kind of coming down from that high ground, not going for the high noon play. We just see the both support ults coming out from Kraken Skulls, helping keep the team alive. The Shadow's going to come down from Muddy Snaps. Rosemary is able to kill onto Agathon. It's going very back and forth right now, but it looks like it will be Kraken Skulls pulling this out here. So what I'm going to guess is going to happen, just kind of sending them back to spawn. And yeah, we see Hyperion backing up there.
So I think Rosemary is using the Reaper to try to counter both the tanks, or try to burst on the tanks, but it's not really working. Rosemary does seem to get picked a little bit, not really get as much, hasn't really gotten an ult quite yet, very close to one. We're going to be able to see ult advantage from...
Yeah, Deadeye's going to be coming out there. Ava's going to kill onto Lofty, which doesn't seem like much, but even just one pick can really turn the tide of a fight. Oakley gets the kill into Kua though, and Rosemary onto Agathon. So it is currently in Hyperion's favor, especially with that, you know, Bongo, as you said, coming out there. Rosemary getting killed into Muddy Snaps, and this will be Hyperion kind of winning this fight. You kind of need to see Kraken Skulls back up so they can get that, you know, last kind of contest they're going through, but they're still kind of trying to fight this out. You need to keep it on point. Not what I recommend. You kind of want to just regroup and so you can get that last fight in. So you really need to get that stalled time. You see Kua is going to be coming out here, trying to put that pressure on. See the amplification matrix coming out, pointing towards that spawn door. Lots to get the kill into Agathon. We will see, I believe that Oakley's Deadeye coming out, not getting anything directly there, but it is going to be Hyperion cleaning up here. Looks like there's a team kill, and they will be able to capture with 2 minutes 12 on, or so they're going to have 2 minutes 12, and we have 1 minute for Kraken Skulls.
Kraken Skulls had a massive stall there, I would say. They went down from like a 4 minute and 30 seconds or something to 1 minute and 30 seconds. That was huge.
Yeah, definitely did well on point C. Seems like they kind of do well with their back against the wall, which we saw in the last fight on point A. But I think looking at this, it looks like it's kind of going to be in favor of Hyperion, because Hyperion rolled through point A where Kraken Skulls struggled quite a bit. So let's see if they're able to figure out what they did wrong last time and improve on it and kind of recover from this time deficit they have. But right now, it is looking like it will be for Hyperion.
And it will look like they will be running the same comps as they started with, so that would be the Genji and the... But no, not quite the same, because there's going to be a McCree instead of the Ashe. Same heals, whereas for Kraken Skulls, they're still going to be doing the hybrid dive, where the Reinhardt will be diving in.
Yeah, not the Widow this time, though.
Yeah, not the Widow, which
I think is a good call. Rosemary is just kind of putting in too much pressure. Rosemary actually switching over to the Doomfist from the Genji.
Oh, I'm excited to see this. I have not seen the Rosemary Doomfist quite yet for myself, and I believe that is one of Is that one of Rosemary's
signature heroes?
Yeah, that is one of Rosemary's signature heroes here. So this is going to be very fun to watch.
Yeah, Rosemary seems to be a fan of those dive heroes. So we'll kind of see how this ends up shaping out as we get started here. Kua kind of going in for that kind of touch, but ends up falling down, kind of put some scare into Hyperion there. We do see Rosemary getting set up with this Doomfist. Kua does spot him out, though. He knows he's back there, but they're kind of just pushing under right now, kind of going uncontested. We will see Hyperion rotate around to put a stop to their push, pulling them together, trying to get some value here. But so far, no picks have come through for either team yet. Yeah, it's just kind of back and forth. As I say that, Yang is going to be taking out Muddy Snaps. Petticoat swinging back on with the kill onto Oakley.
Yep.
Trying to keep things a bit even here.
If Kraken Skulls plays this right, they could win this fight massively.
Petticoat getting another kill onto Lysaru. Petticoat just, you know, trying to swing away on that brig. Plasma getting kill onto Kua, but Agathon coming back and taking out Rosemary and Plasma there. The Flux is going to be coming out, which not quite enough to get the Sig 9 there. But Kraken Skulls can be able to keep putting pressure here, and it looks like they will be able to capture point A unless we see some stall coming out here. But they do kind of get that cap. No additional time because we are on round 3, but they will be moving on to point B here, and we'll kind of see how this next fight ends up shaping out.
Petticoat's rallies are coming in very clutch for Kraken Souls because they keep on negating a lot of the damage done by Sigma's ultimate here. And that's what we like to see. We like to see new and creative ways to negate ultimates, and they're doing it very well. And the fight looks like it's starting. There's the Bongo to open it up.
Bongo's coming through. Kua putting that pressure in the Immortality Field getting thrown down really well there. We are going to see the Angry Monkey coming out here, but Oakley with a nice 3K. I'm not sure Kraken Skulls can be able to recover from that right now. It's just trying to stall it, see if you can get any extra inches, but it's not looking super good as DJ Gigabit gets thrown down. But they did get a lot further than I think you would expect after watching round 1. And they got hard held, but they were able to get to point B here with just 1 minute. So,
absolutely, you love to see it. I mean, it's a mass. I mean, that's farther than most teams get in 1 minute.
Yeah, so they did improve their attack, but we'll see how Kraken Skulls can improve their defense. Because if you let them kind of roll through like you let them on the on round 2 on their initial attack, then you're going to be losing this. So we kind of need to see the improved defense here. But I think after seeing the improved attack, they can do it.
Absolutely. Now, we see a lot of sort of quote-unquote cheesier comps come out for the defense, usually. And we'll see what happens here. Will Kraken Skulls pull out the Bastion of the Symmetra? Who knows?
It doesn't look like they're going to stoop, but pulling out the Junkrat maybe.
Jay's silly.
Yeah, Jay's silly, just being like, hey, you know, I'm just going to throw some mines in their face and they don't know what to do. And I sports position. Actually, we do see Agathon switching over to the Bastion. So they are going to be pulling that out, not with an Orisa though, just or any real double shield, just getting that hog. So I'm guessing this is for the strat where you toss a hook at the bridge, and so I'm guessing that's going to be switched back off of. But we'll kind of see what ends up happening with that. If you get the success, I'd like to see this interesting setup coming out here for Kraken Skulls.
Yeah, this is going to be fascinating. I'm excited to see this, but the best thing to beat a double shield like this is actually a dive, and we haven't seen the dive come out, but we will see a swap over to the Bastion.
We'll see our producer leave the game.
Uh-oh.
So that's not great. We're gonna try to get a pause here, but is it still streaming or no? Okay. That's kind of the middle of a fight, so you're not supposed to pause it there, but whatever. Is it still streaming or no? Okay, we're back. We had some production issues. We're going to be getting unpaused here in a second. Yeah, hopefully. Okay, yeah, I was just making sure both teams are ready, and we will be getting started here. Kind of paused a bit mid-fight, but we had Hyperion rotating around to try to get on top of Kraken Skulls' Bastion bunker there.
And we will be seeing pretty much even...
Yeah, they should be.
They're going to be unpausing as soon as they can, but we have even ult charge for both teams. The Hanzo should be able to help spam down the shield from Money Snaps and maybe Kua, and we are getting right back into the action with a monkey in the air. Misses his jump. Unlucky.
So Kraken Skulls rotating around. I'm kind of liking this strat. They get rotated on, just rotate a little bit more. You know, and they're still able to kind of put up some of that pressure there. To rotate around, maybe to kind of the traditional defense spot, but Hyperion's doing a really good job just being right on top of them, not letting them get away too much with that rotation. We're fighting a nice small corridor right now. You know, Money Snap's trying to put the fight, but Rosemary takes down Agathon from the side there. Kind of without that double protection, that's why you want the double shields. You get the multi-sided protection there, and it will be Hyperion kind of just cleaning that up. They were able to eat a decent amount of time off the clock there. So it's now down to more the 1 minute that Kraken Skulls had, and they have at least one good fight left. So kind of end up seeing how this goes. Actually, they should have two.
Absolutely, and there are two big ults coming out fairly soon. We've got Rosemary's Dragons, and we've got DJ Gigabit's Coalescence. And fight starting up, there's a lot of spam going on.
Yeah, we see Kua diving onto the DPS there, and Oakley will be going down to Agathon there, kind of putting in some work on the Hanzo. The Dragon's going to be coming through from Rosemary, and Blue Box is going to be taking down Lofty. DJ Gigabit onto Rosemary, so it looks like it's Kraken Skulls recovering here with only 20 seconds. That's not a lot coming for Hyperion.
So just joining.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just joining. It's 13 seconds left on this map, unless Hyperion can pull out some really good fight here. But with Kui getting that kill onto Oakley, it's not looking good for Hyperion right now. The tire coming out is going to get the kill onto Lofty, canceling the flux there.
Kraken
Skulls.
This is what we like to see. We like to see comebacks. We like to see a lot of fun new ways to play the game, and Kraken Skulls had a lot of success with the hybrid dive, the weird dive. I say weird.
I think hybrid dive is kind of the way to put it. It's Winston playing as an off tank, basically.
Yeah. I love to see it.
But yeah, so we'll be throwing it to a break here in a second for halftime. But yeah, so basically we saw Hyperion do really well on Oasis, but you got to see some kind of inklings of Kraken Skulls doing well. And they kind of had a rough start here, but were able to recover in that overtime. I think we're really seeing Kraken Skulls doing well in that back against the wall scenario.
Absolutely. I think that Kraken Skulls is going to... I think they could have a great chance of taking this thing to map 4, or maybe even taking the win.
I hope for map 5. You always want a map 5. Map 5 is fun.
Yeah, map 5 is a lot of fun. A lot of pressure. I mean, it might be a lot of pressure. It can be a little bit stressful, but a lot of fun to cast in map 5. Nothing more hype than just like, will they take it? Will they not?
Yeah, so I know it's a bit anticlimactic for you guys to come over here from the main Owlet stream and we just go to a break, but we will be going to a break for halftime, and so we'll be back soon, so make sure you stay tuned in.
Yeah, and we finally have a Miners game that is not a 3-0. And that is
exciting. It's only the second one, Okay, yeah. But we'll be back soon.
All right.
You just gotta keep moving forward. And welcome back. This is Kraken Skulls vs Hyperion, currently 1-1. I'm play Rainbow. Warren is on color right now. Just to introduce ourselves a little bit. And yeah, it's 1-1. It's been a very close game. We had Hyperion starting out with the win on Oasis and Kraken Skulls bringing it back on Gibraltar. And next we will be going to King's Row. Let's kind of get into what's been going on with these teams here.
So Kraken Skulls and Hyperion have been playing very well. This is even though both of them have dropped a map, incredible plat and diamond and gold level Overwatch. Like, I'd be proud of these wins and yeah, they're doing very well. Right now we've seen a lot of Winston Ryan dive brawl from Kraken Skulls, which is kind of fun, and we've seen both double shield with the Sigma and Orisa from Hyperion, which always fun. We've also seen the Orisa. We saw a little bit of Orisa Hog, I thought. maybe for the caster debate. But
Yeah,
Yeah, caster
we didn't see a hog really leave spawn, because they kind of
Yeah.
just were like, okay, we'll bash some bunker limits, just go roll over him a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I think it's been really even between these teams. Even though Hyperion really did kind of crush Oasis, you got to see some sparks. It almost seemed just like Kraken was warming up a little bit. But right now, is Gibraltar was so incredibly close. Both teams having really great moments. So I'm super excited for King's Row. It's gonna be a really fun Reinhardt map. And
Absolutely.
you know who hates King's Row? I don't think I've ever actually met anyone who hates King's Row.
I mean, I've maybe met one person who hates King's Row, and that was just like, why exactly?
How?
Why? It's
Yeah.
hard to hate King's Row. It's really hard. I didn't like that person that much.
Like I've seen
Yeah.
people who liked Paris or hated Ilios, or LT, and it's like how do you hate Li Zhang really? But
Yeah.
people are all over the place. But I barely met someone who hates King's Row, so we should have some fun here. Let's start talking about these comps instead of random maps.
We will be seeing the the Sigma Reinhardt from Hyperion, and we will be seeing the Reinhardt and Diva from Kraken Skulls, which is not something you see all the time. These are you usually see the Rein Zarya on King's Row because it's also the GOATS map.
Yeah, it feels like it's
every
6
main
months
thing
ago
goes-
looking at Kraken Skulls a little bit there. I love to see it though. I love the meta from 6 months ago. So
Yeah, Agathon's saying hi over there, Spawn with the Sombra. So many S heroes. But they will also have the Oakley Widowmaker, which I'm excited to see.
ooh, and Lofty's switching over to the Zarya, which is a popular pick here on King's Row.
I like it. It's the meta for current. Well, not exactly meta. But it's like the most.
I don't know what's meta anymore. We'll find out.
Oh, you lie. Especially with all these.
Minor Sethel, let's
Here
do
we go,
the
it's a
experts,
smashing
right?
contest.
So Something's getting a really nice initial kill on the Muddy
Ooh.
Snaps. This may be a quick point A take here. Kind of see how it ends up going down. Kua getting D-mech. Tankline really fell really quickly there. And I'm not quite sure actually what caused it. Just kind of exerting the proper pressure from Hyperion. Oakley thing at blue boxes there, so it's just kind of getting set back. That was a very, very quick fight.
Now we'll see the Ryan sort of take a lot of space here. Ooh, Petticoat's getting caught out. Unlucky. But yeah, it was definitely a Ryan superiority. Kua will be swapping over to the Ryan here with Muddy Snaps going on to the Sigma. So we're seeing a little bit of a switch up, which is going to definitely impact the ult economy. Very few ults online for Kraken Skulls, whereas they're gonna be a lot closer on the side of Hyperion.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, Kraken Skulls just being forced to play a bit scared. They just can't take space right now. Waiting for some of their players to come back, and then they'll be able to push out and put some pressure on this Hyperion front line.
Yeah, something definitely being a bit aggro here, but he knows when to back up. Definitely knows when to back up.
Yeah, didn't have a lot of people forwards. They knew they couldn't exert too much pressure, and so they kind of put up the front, but they had to back up when pressured. But the huge shatter coming down.
Look at that!
Stone things really playing things great there.
And Oakley will swap over to the Reaper and getting a lot of ult charge from this fight.
I'm getting some deja vu from Gibraltar here, honestly.
Yeah,
Which is kind of the initial Hyperion roll, so maybe we'll see, they can continue to get point B, but then we get to see the stall on point C. Ooh, the sleep on the stuff and things out from Petticoat. We've been seeing a couple of good sleeps from Petticoat, actually.
Petticoat's Ana is not one that not one to miss out on. Very fun. Oh, sorry.
But yes, we are going to see the coalescence to help them push in, but the grab's going to stop them in their tracks and not let them really contest the point there. So it will be a point B cap for Hyperion. Rosemary did get hacked and taken almost down, but did not get the kill. Money Snaps did get taken down, however, and it is continuing to be Hyperion pushing through King's Row here, just continuing to get these kills. We need to see Kraken Skulls regroup to get that get another fight in here.
So it looks like Kraken Skulls just is not really able to get the recontest. They're just trying their best to pull it back, but no, it's hard to figure out. Oh, there's a really massive EMP.
Yeah, the EMP tire combo coming out there. You don't see it a lot, mainly because you don't see Somber Junkrat a lot outside of comp games.
Yeah.
But, they were able to get the 2K. Hyperion did respond with their own 2K, but I think the Oh, what a sleep! Another
stun.
great sleep. Petticoat's really on the ball with that one, but you gotta look at that ult economy. It's kind of a bit terrifying, honestly. You will see the shatter coming through there, but the flux to respond actually getting people there. Blade coming through, and it's actually going to be going for Kraken skulls. So maybe wrong about that ult economy. Kraken was able to pull it out.
Kraken skulls used a lot of ults there, but they managed to find a nice footing. They're going to be able to recontest here. They just have to watch out for the grab and watch out for the nano and watch out for the break. So they could do a raid boss. They could nano a Reinhardt into a grab and get a lot of ult charge from there. We'll have to see how they play it, which we get to see right now.
There's the grab. Come out through the nano Ryan, build up that shadow, getting a nice 2k. Petticoat with the nade onto Oakley, but it's not going to be enough. And they're going to have to enter stall mode now and just try to get those last touches coming through. We are going to be seeing Reiko on the point, trying to get some extra stall time. Going to be going down. Rosemary with the 3k there. As you can see, it is now the Ball Diva, and who has some
slaughter on point here.
So it's not going to look like they're going to be able to get the stall there. Kua accidentally falling into the pit wasn't the best.
I hate to see it.
Probably could have gotten some extra seconds there at least. But that was a pretty clean rollout from Hyperion with the 3 minutes 41 on the clock. So we'll have to see if Kraken is able to recover, get a decent time bank of their own, and then maybe pull off a kind of reversal at the end like we saw in Gibraltar.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna see some. We're gonna see the Junkrat come back out. Maybe they're trying to hit him with the East Coast. One thing I like about Kraken is that they're trying to play to their own strengths. So they've got great hit scan and Agathon. So they're always putting it. They're usually putting it on that. Blue Boxers is doing really well on the Junkrat. Has been doing really well on the Junkrat, and Kua is good at the Winston here, and they're gonna be putting him back on the Winston. You don't see this very often on any sort of Winston play on King's Row very often. Not really.
People talk about like you can play anything on King's Row, but dive is not generally one of those choices.
Absolutely.
It's possible, but it's not super popular.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people want to play it on King's Row, and I've seen people play it on King's Row, but not very often.
Even back in the dive days, I'm pretty sure this was a brawl map.
It was. It certainly was. I played support back in the dive days, and
I didn't exist back in the dive days.
So
I manifested for Owlet Season 2.
There are going to be some. There's going to be double snipers coming out from Hyperion, which is going to be interesting to see how it takes on Agathon's Widowmaker here.
What are those mid-range snipers, though? Not quite the Widow. Did see Agathon on the Widow popping out there, not getting the initial shots, just using a bunch of Kree. Yeah, we're going to be seeing them kind of rotating around, pushing in. Partly going through Hotel, partly going around Statue. And we're going to be seeing Kua on the back line there as Mighty Snap puts pressure on the front line. And it works out as they each get a kill of their own. And that looks like it's going to be them kind of getting their own role on point A. They just need to play the last couple of heroes.
Now they just need to cap and maybe take down that Ashe.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard for Agathon there in the back hallways. And so just need to get that cap and get this initial fight coming in. Looks like they're not going to be able to take as much space as Hyperion was able to pull out. But they did get a good initial fight, so they have 5 minutes 33 for point B, which is not too shabby of a time bank.
At all. That was pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. We will see Rosemary swapping onto the Doomfist, which is one of his special heroes, along with Stuff and Things almost having a shatter here. Pretty much going to be able to use it in a few seconds. Kua just diving in. Ooh,
yeah,
really
and does get caught out in bar there, which is going to force Kraken Skulls to back up a little bit, trying to get those last couple of meters, but we'll just have to do a full backup here in a second. Unless they're the sleep, is coming through on a Muddy Snap. It's not great, and yeah, it's gonna be a full backup now.
Absolutely. It looks like there was just they didn't really use any ults to take that fight from the side of Hyperion.
Yeah, I was about to do, like, speaking of ults, we actually see a number coming online for both teams
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be who can use his ults best.
The team that has the most ults is Kraken Skulls. We still the first ult coming out, and that does not do anything.
Sorry, and the nice shatter coming through. Not able to get any kills off that either. We were just gonna see a giant ult party coming out from both teams because it is minors. So ult economy does not exist, and we're gonna be seeing a nice shadow coming through. Looks like that's gonna be getting the most of the kills there for Hyperion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you definitely see a lot more ult parties in minors than majors.
Yeah,
but
4 ults versus 4 ults used. So we will be seeing. Kua has the Angry Monkey, Agathon will have the High Noon, but Rosemary's going to have the Doomfist Slam, Plasma will have Nano.
Yeah, I think we're seeing higher value from the Kraken Skulls ults.
Absolutely. Kraken Skulls still not able to push past the chokehold.
Ooh, looks like they're having a kind of cheeky rotation there. They do get spotted. When you don't see them at main, they gotta be somewhere, you know? But trying to get these plays in, and Blue Boxers with a 2K with 1 mine, pulling out the Deadeye to secure the fight, and that's gonna be Kraken was able to come through there. So they did use both of their ults, but were able to build up a number of other ones. So they will have the Tire and Shatter coming up again soon.
Yeah, and those could potentially shut down a Nano. The Tire, I'm not sure how well it could shut down a Doomfist ult. That's gonna be one that they're gonna have to play very carefully around.
Yeah, not gonna do much to shut down the Doomfist ult, but can, you know, take out some backline or just get that one pick you need to turn the fight in your favor.
My guess is that we're gonna see a Nano come out in this fight. We are gonna see like the Reinhardt's betting blows. As happens.
Kuj kind of dropping onto that backline, but gets left bullied by the Doomfist. But Blue Boxers gets down to Plasma. Blue Boxers popping off. She's doing a great job on that Junkrat, and is going to be what helps win that fight. You just need to take out Oakley there on the Reaper to continue pushing through and getting that point decap.
Oh, there it goes, and I think that's going to be point 2 taken for Kraken Skulls. Now, this next thing is next stage is very, very strong to double shield. Can't really use a lot of Pharah, so it's good that they're going to stay on the Junkrat. But Oakley is going to get a lot of value trying to farm down both tanks on Reaper here. We will be seeing probably the Nano and Doomfist ult here. Oh, there's the rally coming out.
Yeah, the rally's going to be coming out there, helping them the extra armor. 1 kill onto a tank for either team from a tank. And you see the Doomfist ult kind of came out there, didn't get anything super directly there. It looks like not able to secure a kill off of that. And kind of gets forced out. We see the Coalescence helping keep Kraken Skulls up. And the huge anti-nade out from Plasma there onto the grab. And it really was going the way of Kraken Skulls, but that grab plus the nade just ended it immediately for them, for Kraken Skulls.
One thing that I'm noticing is that Kraken Skulls is way less hesitant to use their ults, which sometimes works in their favor, other times not so much. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage that against teams that are much less likely to use their ults on cooldowns. Like Plasma's been holding on to that Nano for a long time.
You know, see the Kua diving in there, much time pressuring. You can see the Deadeye coming out, getting a nice 2K. And just looking pretty good for Kraken Skulls, but Stuffings does get killed to Blue Boxer, Stuffings gets taken down, so it's going to be down to the contest here, and see how well they can stall it out.
It's going to be some contest, yeah.
Hopefully they don't have their ball roll into the pit.
We'll be seeing but out. And,
yeah, it looks like they do get the touch here. The rally is going to be coming through. Rosemary and Oakley kind of doing a good job on the DPS there, but do need to continue getting those kills because Kraken Skulls can still turn this around, but we do have the spawn advantage for Hyperion.
Hyperion is looking like this.
Massive! Another 3K tire, another 3K tire coming in from the box.
Unfortunately, just not enough to secure the point.
Yeah, you gotta be a bit disappointed in your team, and you're like, I got the 3K tire, what do you want from me? Hey, I got the 3K, guys. Come on, give it through.
Unlucky.
But yeah, so what are we thinking going into this interesting switch from Blue Boxers over onto the Pharah?
I'm thinking that might not be the best since it's going to be hard to fly with the with the skybox being lower here. We will see the Muddy Snap's Shatter coming out, hopefully, which that could translate into. They also have a Coalescence. They have Rally coming out. Oh, and there's the Coalescence being popped. They've got the
the shot coming through. Blue Box does get killed to Lysaru, and it is looking pretty good for Kraken Skulls right now, but it can always be turned around by Hyperion with those super close spawns. You gotta kill them really fast or else it doesn't really mean much. You can see the grab coming through. Doesn't really put much of a stop as Axon continues to get those kills, and they can't get that last touch. Lysaru trying to, but not quite making it there. Still have 1 minute. It is not too comparable to the 3 minutes 43 that Hyperion has, but it is still possible for Kraken Skulls here.
Absolutely. We saw how far they went with a single minute last time. There's no reason to say that they won't do that again.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, and that's what I said last time, that, you know, it's possible, but it looks like it's going to Hyperion, and then, you know, Kraken Skulls pulled it out there. So we'll kind of just see what happens.
I love the upsets. I love the upsets. We love the underdogs, and so we'll see if something like that happens. But it does seem like Oakley will stay on the Reaper here, which is going to be so effective in bursting down Kua and Muddy Snaps. I mean, they had a rather large Death Blossom last fight that did help, but they did have a lot of ults used in that singular fight. Again, it's just all sorts of fun stuff to see.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a good job on that Reaper. So we do see Agathon's going to be starting out with this Widow, trying to get that initial shot. Always go for it. You may not get much, but you might get, you know, a pick that lets you win the first team fight with, you know, a lot less issues than you were going to have before.
Yep. We will be seeing the Blue Boxers on the Junkrat again, which, again, playing to your strengths, exactly what you want to do in Minors.
Yeah, you know, I was doubtful about it first, but hey, she's doing a good job on the Junkrat, so why mess with it, you know?
Exactly. And we'll be seeing Ryan sort of trade fire strikes. Not a lot of ult charge yet, but that's to be expected. Not a lot of damage being taken, not a lot of healing being done. They will be trying to do the pincer movement again. Kua diving in.
Yeah, not getting quite that immediate success that they had before. And Muddy Snap's going to be going down to Lysa Rue and doing good on that Brigida, overly taking down Kua. So it's both those tanks. You have to back up now because you only have 20 seconds, you know, to really get that last fight. And so it is going to, you know, it's looking shaky for Kraken Skulls right now.
It is. But as I like to say, it's always going to be drawable until the screen says it's lost.
Exactly.
They can always take the point. It's going to be hard. It's going to be an uphill battle. Hyperion is much closer to a lot of ults here. We will see the dive go in ahead of everyone.
Yeah, Kua gets taken down immediately again by Lysa Rue with the whip shot. Pretty consistent there. Plasma using the coalescence to take out Petticoat. Axon does get the kill onto Rosemary, which might give them a slight opening here to get more kills. Do you see the tire's going to be coming out? Maybe not for K. Nope, it's going to be 0 this time. And Muddy Snaps is going to be going down. Not looking good for Kraken Skulls, as it looks like it will be Hyperion cleaning up here. Just need to take out the ball, and using the Death Blossom will do that. So now it is only possible for Kraken Skulls to draw this. Otherwise, Hyperion will go up 2-1.
It's going to be a very tough fight.
Yeah, especially from the roll we saw on Hyperion's first attack.
Hyperion is very good at the brawl comp, especially with stuff and things, or stuff as the main tank here. It's looking very good on the Reinhardt. Lofty's doing really well on the Zarya, which is a lot of fun. Oakley is still going to be playing that Reaper. Which will come in handy if they do play the Winston Reinhardt, which it doesn't look like they are going to be doing. It looks like they're going to try the throwback and go with the Kua Diva, which is, unless you hate Diva, always fun to see.
Yeah, although I do have to question it. I mean, Diva's not, you know, amazingly strong in King's Row. I'd rather just go for the Zarya pick, but after I kind of talked about the Blue Boxer's comfort pick, you know, maybe it's a comfort pick for Kua, and that's why, you know, he's pulling it out here.
We will be seeing the Mei again, Mei Hanzo. 2 projectiles, one of which is a sniper. No snipers out on Hyperion quite yet. Rosemary is going to be trying out the Junkrat, which
like what Blue Boxers was doing. It was like, ooh, my turn.
Yeah.
You know.
Who knows? Yeah.
Seeing if he can get out of it.
Psycho is going to have the immortality field, which is going to be very important if they get bursted down. Now it's just time for the spam to happen. It's trying to close the distance, trying to get into the brawl range. They're swinging.
Yep, ooh, a nice wall, but they were able to back up out of it, not quite able to get that kill onto stuff and things there.
Immortality field will be run out.
Yep, and Muddy Snap's going down to Rosemary on the edge. Rosemary, have fun on that Junkrat. It's like, hey, it's Jay Silly time, let's go. Ooh, and I did see the stuff and things got left there by Petticoat Pirate yet again. She's not a fan of Reinhardt, it seems. Blue Box gets taken down with stuff and things. Axon also going down. Kua coming back and taking out Rosemary, but it will be going, looks like going to Hyperion. And just need to get a little bit here. We will see Muddy Snap trying to get some stall in on that ball, but Looks like it won't be enough, and we will be
okay.
seeing it go up 2-1 for Hyperion here on King's
That
Row.
was an incredible match to watch. That was so much fun. Stuff and Things doing really well in that Reinhardt. Kraken Skulls, again, they were so close. They did so well.
Yeah, there's gonna be that grab where they got cleaned up in 1 second because that
And
amazing
look
nade.
at that anti-nade. Look at that anti-nade.
I know,
Wow.
it was just so good.
Destroying them with that anti-nade there. No hope whatsoever. They could have had... Yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah.
typically between maps I talk about like, oh, what can this team do to recover? But the teams are so close. I feel I'm Hyperion is the more dominant one right now, and there was that time difference, but a lot of the times it seems really, really close. So it's clearly kind of those minor mistakes. It's like losing it for Kraken Skulls, I think. But I kind of want to look at the like tank versus tank matchups, DPS versus DPS matchups, and support versus support. So I'm curious to your thoughts, like Kua, Muddy Snaps versus Lofty, Stuff and Things, all that.
So Stuff and Things is very good about taking space. A lot less hesitant to take space than Muddy Snaps and Kua. Kua tends to dive in on first target he sees, maybe not always with backup, which, I mean, it works sometimes. It does work, especially with that pincer movement we saw in the first attack from Kraken Skulls.
Yeah, like sometimes the coordination is on point for that tank duo, but yeah, sometimes it does feel a bit disjointed, and I feel that's the risk of running the brawl dive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, tank matchup seems about even to me. I mean, these are both very good tanks that I am afraid to face. I mean, it looks like Temple of Anubis will be going out, which also great map for can be played pretty much anything. Like sometimes you'll see the dive, which I doubt we'll see, especially out of Hyperion. They seem to be more focused towards double shield and the brawl so far.
Can I just say though, of the 3 assault options, Temple of Anubis is the worst. Just saying.
Yeah,
you had Volskaya and Hanamura as choices, and you had Temple. I just got to question Kraken Skull's taste.
Yeah, sometimes you have to question, but you know what? To each person their own. I mean, I'm a Volskaya fan. I like Volskaya. I'm not a huge fan of Hanamura, and I'm not a huge fan of Temple of Draw Anubis, not Anubis, Draw Anubis, because draw.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Because point B is so hard to attack.
Absolutely, it's very difficult, very frustrating, but very strong for double shield. So we might see. Yep, we see Yaint back in. Yaint was doing really good stuff on the Orisa with Lofty, so I'm excited to see that. In terms of DPS, Blue Boxers was an incredible Junkrat. You saw a lot more clutch plays from his Junkrat than Rosemary's. But, I mean, Rosemary is incredible on Doomfist, is doing really well on the Genji.
Yeah, I think in some ways it's almost like projectile versus projectile, because Rosemary is kind of the star DPS between Rosemary and Oakley, and Blue Boxers is the star DPS between Blue Boxers and Agathon.
And Oakley and Agathon are still absolutely great players who I expect to see in the All-Stars weekend coming in a couple of months.
Yeah, it's like they're solid, but I think Rosemary and Blue Boxers are really kind of like the stars right now.
Absolutely, and these supports the matchups are also just incredible. Like,
should talk about the two honest. It's like one has master nades, one has master sleeps.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
they've mastered different abilities,
and the Briggs are just phenomenal. You see a lot of whip shots. You see a lot of clutch rallies and fights from Petticoat. And Lissaru, just great whip shots. Like, these teams are definitely going. I would not be surprised if we see them do very, very well in minors. Like,
yeah, I mean, if your Kraken Skulls at 4th, I mean, you can only get better,
Yeah, you can.
I mean, if they got worse, that'd be weird,
And we do see Yellow saying in chat, Hanamura, good map. I mean, yes, it is a good map, but it's just not my favorite,
I just love defending it so much, and it's pretty. I now have a poster up on my wall of Hanamura, and it's just this beautiful sunset color. I love it.
Chat, if you're listening, what is the map that you'd like to see in the map pool that is currently not in the map pool? I'm interested to see what you all have to say.
I mean, Li Zhang. That's like the only answer.
Yeah, Li Zhang.
Li Zhang's not in the map pool, and I will forever be disappointed about this until it's next season and it's in the map pool.
Yep.
If there is a next season, it's technically like We don't know, but there better be next season at Raven and Abyssal.
I'd be willing to help as much as I can. I mean, hopefully, if my class schedules die down, and who knows, maybe I won't be on a team. We'll see.
Yeah, but okay. So actually, getting into stuff of Anubis.
Let's go.
So what are we expecting on defense, and what are we expecting on attack, especially with these teams in particular?
With Hyperion defense, I'm expecting double shield to come out, especially with the tanks that they're playing. Lofty and Yeet seem to be their double shield duo, and I would be very surprised if they did not have the Genji, maybe the Ana in there, or maybe the Baptiste. Who knows?
Junkrat's pretty popular on Anubis, so
that's true.
It's almost guaranteed out of blue boxers. But do you think we're going to see it from Rosemary or stick with the Genji?
I think we're going to stick with the Genji, and my best bet is that we're going to see. We might be able to see some Agathon Widowmaker headshots. Hopefully, I'm really hopeful for it. Agathon pops off on that Widowmaker, and I want to see it.
It does look like you're right, and we're going to be sticking with the Genji. At least for now, as they're just kind of getting their heroes set in spawn.
And Kua and Muddy Snaps are going to be going on to their favored hybrid comp. I don't know what to call it. If someone has a better name for it, I want to hear it, because this is a really fun comp, and I mean, it would be fun to play. We will be seeing the Agathon on the Widowmaker, which is exciting, and Blue Boxers is going to be on the Pharah, which again, a throwback to Season 3. There was a lot of good Pharah play there.
Yeah, Pharah seems to be weirdly like a thing in minors. Like season 2, the top 2 teams both had great Pharah players, and season 3, you had King, who was great on Pharah in the second place team. I don't think Owo's had a particular Pharah player, but it seems to be a thing for top teams to play Pharah.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like we are going to get a Pharah. It seems like we're actually going to get an Echo, which is even stronger than a Pharah in this current meta.
Yeah, Pharah probably needs to get buffed before we're going to see her a lot again, just because Echo is so good, but...
Yeah. Alright, and here we go. There's the Echo just trying to spam down the shield. And one thing that is very strong against this double shield, again, is a dive. And this is sort of a hybrid dive. Who knows what they're going to try to do. Agathon trying to get those headshots in. And,
yeah, we are going to be seeing Kraken skills rotating around, which is a pretty popular strategy, just kind of get around and be able to take the space on point. And get that extra just like high ground that helps and gives you some breathing room after you go through choke.
Absolutely.
So we will be seeing Hyperion kind of make the proper rotation here. And so we'll see what they're able to do. Is a big dynamite came through here. The Immortal is going to get dropped onto Hyperion.
They are just
swinging back and forth. And first kill coming in from Petticoat and a nice shatter coming through. It's going to be Kraken skills taking that home. Rosemary got a kill into Agathon, but that's not going to be enough. And that's a really clean point A take. Doing that pretty textbook, coming out there. So we'll see how this point B defense and attack goes.
All right, and it looks like they will cap point A and onto point B, as you said, with Kua having an Angry Monkey and Muddy Lofty is swapping onto the Reinhardt here, and Yeet is onto the Zarya. So it's going to be interesting to see this duo try the Rein Zarya. I'm really interested to see this. Petticoat Pirate is going to have the Coalescence, which is going to be very useful for the push in, and they will be taking an interesting angle for this. With Blue just trying to spam them out.
Coming out on the right side. If we didn't go on the left side, so the Bob is going to be taking down Blue Boxers, and Rosemary taking down Kua, but Muddy Snaps did take down Lofty there. So it's really back and forth and could go either way, but Rosemary is actually on a tear with this Doomfist right now, and is going to be winning that for Hyperion.
That's a clean sweep there. Lofty did build up a little bit of ult charge, but Yeet it's about halfway to a Graviton Surge. Plasma swapping off to the Moira to mirror. So we will have the support mirror, but Raiko will have the what's it called? Sorry, the rally. Cool. Again, still having the Primal Rage to pop in when he gets low, so that's going to help the sustain go. So with if Kraken Souls plays their cards right, they are going to win this fight on ultimate. And there we see the
rally moving in. The copy coming down through using the Zarya. Yank using the OG Zarya to get the kill on the Muddy Snaps. Agathon taking out Lysaru. Oakley coming back with the kill on Kua. And it looks like it's going to be swinging for Hyperion because they have that defender's advantage here. And this is why I hate point B so much. Because annoying to take.
Yeah,
You know,
point B is tough.
I'm vocal about that one.
Yeah.
You got those tank ults on the defense as well for Hyperion right now, which is not great for Kraken Skulls.
And Kraken Skulls is not going to have the ult advantage, but they're going to be very close to a shatter. They still have the Angry Monk, the Primal Rage for sustain. They'll have the High Noon, whereas Loft, there's going to be a Space Jam online for Hyperion, which is going to be a very effective way of just killing everyone in a singular area. We see that again, the push onto the right side or left side, depending on what side you're looking at the time. And there's the
Angry Monkey coming out. We see the Noon getting dropped by Agathon, but Rosemary got the kill into Blue Boxers. The one kill, but Rosemary is just kind of putting in that work there, and I think it's just going to be going the way of Hyperion again because point B is boring. And yeah, possibly getting the 2K with the Coalescence.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's defenders winning again, and now there's not a lot of hope for this next fight, I must say,
This
for
is gonna
Kraken
be
Skulls
hard.
with only 2 ults. You know, you basically have to use like 4 ults to take point B on
Yeah.
Temple of Anubis, or have the enemy team mess up.
Use the tried and tested old technique of waiting till you have all 6 ults and then using them all to take it, and which is very tough to do. Lofty's gonna have the shatter. He's looking for it. He is looking for it. That's for sure.
And it goes into the shield there.
Oh, there we go.
And you see the response. Money Snaps with the nice shatter, but Rosemary and Oakley getting 1 kill each. Bunny Snaps coming in, trying to get the recovery, but it's still a deficit for Kraken Skulls right now. And even with a nice shatter coming through, they still lose the fight. It's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You need like 2 or 3 good, successful ults to really take point B, because you need to absolutely slaughter the enemy team to really get the win there.
Absolutely. So here we have, this fight is going to be, it's going to be very interesting if we see an ult, but if we see any ults, it's going to be Rosemary's Meteor Strike. Again, it's just, they are going to need, I'd be surprised if this isn't going to be a dry push, even if they build any ults from Kraken Souls, and they are going to try a different route. They're going to take the other side. Still not going to go main, but just going to try to spam down, but again with a weird dive brawl.
And Rosemary getting the kill onto Kua there. Not going great right now. Another kill on the Mice. Now both those tanks gone. They're not going to win the fight unless they get like a 6K somehow magically.
Which
So
they did build a lot of ults, but on the other side, so did Hyperion. Hyperion has almost all of their ults online, whereas, well,
both teams have almost all their ults online.
My bad, I did
So
not.
this next fight, I'm gonna predict about 12 ults are gonna get used, and
Yeah, I would
2 of
say-
them are gonna get value. Just a personal guess.
That's where it goes sometimes, especially.
I mean, it's Martyrs and it's an
Double?
ult party. You tend not to get that much value in ult parties,
just
honestly.
win.
Rosemary with
And
an
there
amazing initial kill onto Reiko, and okay. So actually, Kraken Skulls, they saw that initial kill from Rosemary and they were smart. They realized we're not winning this after we lose the first person. So you basically need a full 6 to take point B of a control or of a assault map. So they're like, we're not gonna use any ults. Next fight, we're just gonna lob all of them in there.
And they did try to get a couple ults out, and they did get 3 ults out, which is massive. So they have 3 less ults to contest, but they still have 3 ults to fight against.
Yeah, but 6 versus 3 does look good for Kraken Skulls. It's kind of one of the better looking fights for them. Rally coming through, the Shatter getting blocked, the Shatter coming through, and there was a Death Blossom in the backline somewhere, but it is going to be coming through for Kraken Skulls. Petty popping off with the Coalescence. They're getting a nice 2K. Just need to claim those last few people. The Zarya and the Brig there, both of them go down. Now have the Winston coming in. Just need to clean them up real quick. We are going to be seeing the Reaper popping in as well as the Lucio coming out for the contest. This is the ever so hard cleanup phase here. Are able to take down Lofty. We do have the Deadeye coming out from Axon getting popped right now. Petticoat doing really good on this Moira right now, being able to help clean up those more stally heroes. Rosemary does get a kill onto Petticoat, kind of putting an end to her reign there. But Kraken Skulls is still able to continue to clean up those Hyperion players. They now have full, but
one tick.
we are going to be seeing the Winston coming back and trying to contest. Maybe someone else is going to be able to touch, but it is going to be finally be the cap in overtime there. I love stalls. It's like hard to cast, but it's so much fun just to be out of breath calling out every single stall. But I am glad Kraken Skulls was able to still finally take that. I love a good satisfying point B cap. It's with 0 time left, but we saw how hard it is to cap point B, so they could very easily stall Hyperion out and not let them get that point B cap. So we'll just have to see how Hyperion's attack goes.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna see Kua and Muddy Snaps on the double shield, which we haven't seen since season 3. I'm excited for this personally. Kua and Muddy Snaps are gonna. I'm hoping they're gonna have a good pull rock combo and maybe some good other pull combos here. Lofty and Yate are gonna be going the Rhine Diva, which a very interesting combo. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, you know, it looks like we're also gonna have the Junkrat v Junkrat, which is gonna be interesting. I just tend not to see too much Junkrat on attack here. At least it's been a while, outside of my comp games. But you know, in comp anything can happen.
Yeah, in comp, sometimes you go on a massive winning streak, and sometimes you get lever after lever after lever, and Hammond one tricks, and who knows what.
Oh, I'm now just getting flashbacks to comp. It's been a while since I've actually played that thing.
Yeah.
But, that's why we love, you know, Owlet team play so much. It's actually fun and engaging.
It is.
But so we are going to be getting to see the setup here and just the poke coming through.
It's going to be on the Junkrat, which is going to be exciting to see the Junkrat from Junkrat. Agathon's trying to get those headshots, but nope, they're all going to be going into the funnel.
So they can go and kind of just match Kraken Souls where they are right now. But with the Junkrat, that's pretty ill-advised. But we'll see if they're able to pull it off. We did see is Lofty getting trapped there. But still no kills coming out somehow. Just poking back and forth pretty intensely here. Lofty's kind of making those swings, but is going to be putting an end to that, and that's just going to be getting Plasma crushed right after popping Coalescence.
Yeah,
and that's just a demonstration of why you don't go there. Yeah, I think you want to see that rotation that Kraken Skulls made is a really good rotation.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, just you want to go either main or through that upper, or that high ground right rotation, as opposed to trying to rotate onto the Junkrat there, 'cause it's just gonna end in death and misery.
Absolutely. So, and we will see the tire coming in from blue boxes.
Yep, it's gonna be getting the kill onto Plasma. Looks like they still were trying to make that rotation, but they have to back up now with the kill onto Lofty. And they're just trying to figure out how to break through. And this is also why you have to pay attention to what the enemy's doing, because I think they're just kind of trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do against this Junkrat? Well, rotating left isn't working, but you need to pay attention to what your enemy's doing. So you saw the rotation that Kraken Skulls did, and so you can use that to your advantage. But so we'll see what they end up doing on this push.
I've just been having a really rough time with this. Oh, but there's the...
Ooh. They're not going to do a lot on this push because they get fluxed. They need to recover that damage, and Agathon gets the headshot onto Oakley.
This is what we like to see. We like to see Agathon popping off on that widow, getting those crisp headshots, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, they do make that left rotation, but Petticoat gets the kill into Plasma. It's just every time they try to make that left rotation, someone gets picked, and so it's just really not working out for them.
It's going to be hard to break this choke. This hold on the choke here. There's still this double shield is a secret weapon for sure. Muddy Snaps and Kua don't really like playing it, I'm guessing, but when they play it,
that's probably why. You know, outside of
Bongo coming out.
Oakley, the thing is, it works. They are finally making that upper right ground rotation that I want them to make, but it's the DPS are just getting faster with the 4K coming out there.
Holy cow.
Right now, the right ground rotation isn't working out either, and it's because Kraken Souls is running such a good defense here. And so, yeah, I mean, you can't discount that. And also, it looks like Rosemary got caught out there in the back. So
sitting there with a tire, just waiting to get value.
Oh, and Oakley switched over onto the Tracer as well, trying to put some side pressure in here.
They're on the dive. The
dive brawl, yeah.
The dive brawl.
So some weird stuff is happening, but we'll see how it works out. You know, I'm holding my breath, see what's gonna happen here. I'm making a judgment. So you're gonna see the tire coming out from Rosemary, getting a 2K. That could be exactly what Hyperion needs to bring this out. The shadow coming down as well. I think they're gonna be finally breaking this here and capturing point A.
Plasma finally getting to use the Coalescence. And this is it. This 5 on point. No one for, yeah, no, this is it.
It took them a while, but they did finally capture point A, and so now coming into point B, they're going to have a reduced time bank, but still 3 minutes to take point B. We'll see if they can have a better point B attack than Kraken Skulls did. Because maybe they're, you know, going to do better on point B than they did on point A. Point A was really hard with the comp Kraken Skulls was running, so we'll kind of see how this ends up working out.
Absolutely. Oh, and we get the early tire coming in, which is going to be exciting to see how this plans out. Maybe this is...
Yeah, trying to get that initial pick onto Lofty. Lofty almost dodged it, but not quite there. Instead, it's going to be buying just a lot of extra time for Kraken Skulls.
Absolutely. This is going to be... And this, they will be swapping back onto the double shield, which I think we missed. But so that resets the old economy to pretty much 0. Muddy Snaps is going to have the Gravitic Flux, which the perfectly timed pull flux could just shut down this entire play for a while. Again, they also have a rally, and it looks like now the spam wars have begun.
Yep, just get that poke back and forth that everyone loves from double shield. Just poke for poke on the shields, and you can see the flux coming out here. Rosemary and Gate both getting kills there, and so it's working decently well, but definitely still recoverable, especially with the kill Reiko had onto Lofty. Rosemary coming back taking out Petticoat. They may actually be able to make taking point B look easy here, and it looks like this is what they're going to do. We'll see how the stall comes out from Kraken Skulls, but right now it's not looking like anyone's actually going to be able to touch. But we are going to be seeing the ball coming out here, along with the Coalescence. Kuga getting taken out really quickly here, so see what Petty's able to do. Not much. The Ryan charging in along with the Brigitte get taken out really quickly. And yeah, it's just looking really solid for Hyperion right now. You know, they had a lot of trouble on point A, but they made the point B take look easy in comparison to Kraken Skulls.
They really did. I mean, it took Kraken Skulls. Yeah, 10 seconds. Holy cow.
Yeah, basically, it's just, yeah. So
as we like to say, it's drawable. It's certainly drawable.
It's drawable, and because that does get you map 5, and so just being able to get to that map 5 gives you a chance to get that win. So otherwise, it's going to be a 3-1 for Hyperion right now. So Kraken Skulls are going to be, you know, fighting their butt off here to try to stay in this match.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be a tough fight. Kraken Skulls did amazingly on the initial stall. For they held off for nearly 4 minutes on the first, or however long it took, at the first point, and that was pretty strong. That was great. That was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so this is definitely doable, but you know, we'll see how well that Hyperion kind of cracked the code for beating Kraken Skulls' defense.
Yeah, and Kraken Skulls will be going on with the same things that they did, but Hyperion is switching it up. They have a Symmetra Genji. Now this is Oakley playing the Symmetra this time, not Rosemary as we've seen in the past. With the Baptiste and Rally. Sorry, Brigitte. Baptiste Brigitte.
Yeah, no, she's just a rally bot.
She's a rally bot, you know, that's how it is.
But yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I'm excited for this teleport strat though.
Yeah, who knows where they're going to teleport to? I don't. There's the pole, doesn't really get anything.
I'm probably just teleporting from there straight to point. So imagine, I've had teams do this before. And yeah, they're just getting over there. But yeah, the early pick onto Oakley from Muddy Snaps could be the kind of downfall here. We'll see if they're able to take out Yank, take out Plasma, and they're able to kind of put that down their tracks. And so with the cleanup here, you're kind of stalling each other out, but it's only 30 seconds, so they have to pull off this next fight pretty flawlessly to make sure they're able to get the cap here.
Now, Oakley is swapping over onto the Widowmaker, which we've seen the Oakley versus Agathon matchup a little bit. Blue Box is very close to the tire, and that could be the key in this. They could get a massive tire coming out any second now.
Yeah, and just end it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens as the teams both are approaching point. You can see the pull-up bow shield. They're trying to get some damage onto Kraken Skulls, but right now it's just looking like Hyperion that's hurting. Lofty does get the kill onto Kua, but Rosemary going down to Agathon. Agathon getting kill onto Plasma as well. The tire's going to be coming out, getting kill to Lofty. Yank is able to take out Agathon, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough, especially with the Colas coming out there from Petticoat.
There's the rally.
Onto Lysaru. Yank
And-
going down to blue boxers, and it looks like they will be able to get this
It's
and
a
get
draw! This is a
So-
massive draw here.
to a map 5. Like I love to see.
We love
You get to see
that
no one on the victory screen.
Yeah.
It's empty. No one wins. But
Is.
yeah, in
Rosemary-
some ways, it's a win for Kraken Skulls.
Let's see Rosemary's Tire here. Boom! Gets 2.
But yeah, so we are going to be going back to control. So we got to see Oasis the first time around. So the options are going to be Ilios and Busan. I'm going to guess Ilios is going to be the preference, although it's not like we've really seen any like Lucio players. So maybe Ilios isn't going to be big, or we haven't really seen Pharah players either. You do get to see some Echo coming out, so maybe who picks in the draw? It's a previously losing team, so it's going to be Kraken Skulls choosing.
Dragon Soul will pick. So it's either going to be Ilios or Busan. My
Yeah.
bet is on Ilios because
Yeah, my bet's on
Busan-
Ilios too. Especially with the Echo play, and Agathon doing pretty well on the Widow as well for Ruins.
And we did
I
get
think
some
that's going to
answers-
be more where their DPS would want to go.
Yeah, and we did get some answers on from the chat on who on which map they'd want to see added to the pool, and from our old teammate Reach, aka Blasterbog, we got Junkertown.
Yeah, Reach is obsessed with Junkertown. He loves Junkertown so much. We used to run double sniper there and do very badly. We would always
Yeah.
lose, but he still loved Junkertown.
We did really well on it at first, but
I mean, to be fair, we lost most maps, so I'm not sure Junkertown was really a standout in that. Anyway, it looks like we are going to be going to Busan against both of our guesses.
yeah.
I'm trying to see if
Lofty and Stuff is
Yate and
going back in.
Yate and stuff are going to get swapped again.
So that-
What do we think on the difference between Yate and stuff though?
Yate and stuff. Yate seems to be more of the Arisa player. Stuff seems to be playing the Reinhardt more. We haven't really seen either of them. We did see. I can't remember if it was Yate or Lofty on the Winston when the Winston came out for a little bit. But
Yeah. I would say speaking of Lofty, Optic is also getting subbed in on that off tank role. So we're going back to Stuff and Optic, which I believe is what we saw in the first control map. So it kind of is their control tank duo. So I'm also curious to see how that's going to be affecting things here.
yeah. So my best guess is that they're going to try playing brawl comps here. I'm not sure if we'll see anything. What we'll see from that. On terms of Kraken Skulls, it's Kraken Skulls. That's the one good thing about having a consistent tank duo. You never know what they're going to be pulling out. It's very hard to telegraph.
Yeah.
Unless you have someone who is very, very dominant on a certain... Well, if you have a one-trick main tank, like
Yeah,
myself.
in some ways, repeatable rosters are more predictable. In some ways, they're less predictable. Early on, they're a lot less predictable, but eventually, you kind of start to pick up patterns. Like, oh, okay, they always put Optic on Zarya and stuff on Reinhardt, so they're gonna be running Ryan Zarya here. But
Absolutely.
for right now, I think it adds a lot of unpredictability.
Yeah,
Let's
like-
swap someone
Yeah.
else on Kraken.
Gigabit went in for
Yeah,
Petty
DJ
Coat and
coming back
for Ryko.
Yeah.
Sorry. So we will have DJ Gigabit and Petticoat Pirate versus Lissaru and Plasma. Again, these support matchups seem very even. Very good supports on both teams.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be getting started here soon. We get to see a bit of dive on downtown. Everywhere else is pretty brawly or double shields tending. So we'll kind of see what these individual teams do end up pulling out here, though, as we figure out where we're going to be heading to first. It's going to be Sanctuary.
So Sanctuary is where we like to see, either Brawl or Double Shield can be pulled out here, and it works. I'm slightly I favor the Brawl here more because it's a lot easier to run. There's not a lot of great setup points for Double Shield, in my opinion, but I am just a gold. I don't really know what I'm
It
talking
does
about.
appear Hyperion agrees with you, and Kraken Skull says, yes, I agree with the brawl, but also dive.
They love the Brawl dive. Maybe
Yeah,
they,
dude, I love it too. It's fun to watch.
It is indeed. Now we will be seeing. I kind of wonder if they're going to be running the Reaper again, but it seems like they will have the Ashe and the Brigitte. Sorry, Ashe and no Ashe, Genji Symmetra. versus
Gonna be Symmetra.
Blue Boxer's Junkrat and Agathon on the McCree.
Yeah, Oakley does seem to have an affinity for that Symmetra, running it on both Oasis, Anubis, and now Busan.
Yeah.
It's generally not something you see too much. Actually, switching over after the initial teleport out of spawn. You do see that strat sometimes, switching over to the McCree. Both teams are going to be slowly approaching point here. One team going through more of the drum side, and one just going straight to point.
Usually the team that gets the point first will control it, and in our case, it is Kraken Skulls.
Yeah, but it can also spell disaster if they can put themselves in a very open position. But Blue Boxers will get that kill into Oakley with the concussion mine, not pulse mine. This is not Tracer. We do see the Reinhardt's kind of facing off over there, but Agathon is going to be taking down Lysaru, Petticoat onto stuff and things. So just kind of able to slowly whittle down those people, and they will be able to take the point here initially.
Yeah, and it seems like they're fairly even, except for Blue Boxers has the tire already, and the point has only had 5% on it. Kua's very close. Stuff and Things is almost going to have a Shatter here, so it's going to be the Shatter versus the Tire, and the Coalescence as well.
And they're coming out here, going for that early pick that Blue Boxers likes to go for. It gets taken down by Oakley, so she's not able to get anything out of that Tire. So they're going to be rotating around to meet Hyperion at point, but Hyperion kind of doing their own rotation here, kind of going more through main than the left rotation that they had initially. And they're throwing down, but it does get mostly blocked. Was able to take out Petticoat though, and so they're just kind of facing off here. It looks like it's going the way of Hyperion right now, killing the Blue Boxers and Mighty Snaps. Optic kind of popping off on the Zarya, plus being used to coalesce to take down the enemy Moira. And it's going to be just some cleanup, and they're going to be able to take the point here.
Angry Monkey can be used as sustain, but it also means 500 extra health points that can be used by the enemy to build their ults. So it's a bit of it has to be a calculated decision. Do I want to feed 500 extra, and stall a little bit longer, or do I want to just save it up and yeah.
Yeah, it all depends on if you can get out here. We have the rally coming through, but the Shatter onto them. We're getting, I think it's 5 people there.
Yeah.
Optic able to take out Kua, and the Blade coming down just for extra. I feel like you guys can stop using ults now, but we'll see how it ends up going down. I feel like they had it in the bag, but they do still have some cleanup to do, so it may have been fair play to bring out those extra ults, even though they didn't directly get a lot of value. Plasma kind of getting the last 2 kills with the Moira. But so looking at the ult economy, where do you think it's going now?
I think it's in favor of Kraken Skulls at the moment. Kraken Skulls has 2 ults online, with a 3rd and a 4th coming up very soon, whereas Hyperion only has 1 ult, maybe 2 if they play it right with Plasma. But Plasma's Coalescences do get a lot of value. Optics very good at the grabs. Again, we'll see Things swing into that, get a Shatter fairly quickly. And here we go. There's the Deadeye.
The is going to be coming out. The grab does come down. Rosemary gets taken out with that Deadeye. Not able to get too much value out of that grab there. Mighty Snaps getting killed into Lysaru, and the Colas is going to be using to take out Stuff and Things. The Colas is coming out from Plasma and Deadeye as well. Just able to get 1 kill with that. And Optic getting another kill, but looks like it still will be going the way of Kraken Skulls. They're able to clean those last few players.
For this next fight, I'd be surprised if Kraken Skulls manages to. No, it's actually fairly even. They've got a DPS. Both teams have a ult that can be used for DPS. We've got the Shatter from Stuff and Things, and Blue Boxer's just using the Tire.
Speaking of Tire, yeah. See him get an initial pick. Doesn't quite get anyone there though. So no value really coming out of that, but we'll be able to work on building that up now.
And counteract the Shatter from Stuff and Things, depending on how they play it.
Yeah, very true.
Shatter, absolutely. Look at him.
And that is a blocked Shatter right there, going straight into the shield. So don't even need the rally to help counter that. We'll pop the rally though to help get aggressive, but the rally's going to be coming out from Lysaru as well. And so both teams kind of facing off in a pretty even playing field right now. No ults on either side at the current moment. I do see some coming up with both of the Deadeyes. 1 kill for either team onto Stuff and Things and Agathon. 2 kills coming in yet again. Right now it isn't just favorite Kraken Skulls just have the point right now. High Noon gets taken down very quickly, and we can see the Shadow coming out from Mighty Snaps. And it looks like it will be going away. Kraken just need to take down the last couple players here, trying to just get that extra stall, see if the teammates can come back. Plasma popping Coalescence, trying to help keep teammates alive and do some extra damage in here. And they're doing a decent job stalling, I must say. We are going to be seeing 2 ults getting popped, actually 4 ults getting popped over for Kraken Souls. And it looks like that'll be all the things they need. So they will be taking the first point on Busan. Just need to get one more. But that one was a really, really close one on Sanctuary. So Hyperion is not out of this map in any way.
Hyperion was doing a really great job, and they were at 87% if my memory serves me correctly.
Yes.
Yes, it was very close. Yeah, it was 87%. Now we're going on to a much less dive-friendly map, so it's going to be interesting to see how they use Kua in this on the monkey here. But of course, we're still going to see the Brawl. Brawl is very strong, especially if you go up on the high ground, like pretty much straight out of.
Yeah, not a lot of space for the Winston to get value here, so I'm curious to see how they're going to play it, but
should be interesting. And we will see Rosemary back on the Genji, looking for a huge Nano Blade here. Absolutely. And
both teams approaching high ground, as you tend to see on Mecha base here. Kind of just trying to rotate around to get those initial picks. Kua diving into the backline there, trying to get some value, but he's going to be taken down by Oakley's Reaper. Yet see, what was that? I'm not sure exactly. Otherwise, they charge each other. Sorry.
Yeah,
kills are going to be going the way of Kraken Schools, although Kua did die first. Agathon just kind of was putting out a good amount of GPS on that McCree, and they are going to be moving to point here.
Yeah, finally getting on point and taking it. Rosemary is just getting staggered a little bit, and they're gonna have to. Hyperion's gonna have to wait a little bit to make the next push. Agathon is closest to ult of everyone, but
Rosemary not far behind, so kind of just equal there.
Absolutely equal. I think you could see a couple ults coming. Oh, Oakley falls early. This is not looking great for Hyperion.
Yeah, especially with that stun on the stuff and things coming out from Agathon, it just is gonna let them bulldoze. But Rosemary kind of in the back trying to build up that blade, and he's really close. We'll have that blade for next fight. And the Nano is not far behind, so I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a Nano Blade. Rosemary does die late again, though. The issue is you need to make sure you're able to get out. We do see a number of ults coming online for Kraken Schools as well, though.
Kraken Schools is going to have another tire, which Blue Box is going to use early right now.
Yep, always as soon as we start speaking about the tire gets cast. He's going to be taken down by Plasma. Not being able to get a lot of value with the tires here, it seems. But we are going to be seeing Hyperion go for the lower ground rotation. Kua dying early, the shatter coming out. Won't even need that Nano Blade that I was discussing. Agathon trying to make a last stand with that Deadeye, but Rosemary is going to be reflecting that right back. And it will be Hyperion taking the point. And Kraken was ended with 68%. It would have been nice if they were able to get 1 more % in there. But they are going to be coming his next fight, and it does look like the advantage is going to be on Hyperion with this.
I completely agree. Hyperion has 5 ults compared to maybe 2, 3? Yeah, 3 ults. And they're going to rally it early.
And there's the Nano Blade coming through.
Oh, there's the Nano Blade.
Looking to rally and grab to help back it up. Kind of throwing maybe a bit too many ults in there, but Rosemary does get the 4K with the aid of that grab, which is really nice. Able to take a really clean fight there, but you gotta wonder like how your ult economy is affected by maybe throwing in 1 ult too many.
Yeah, that was 4 ults coming in from the side of Hyperion, which again might be a little bit too much, but they still have 1 ult. That's going to be Oakley's Nano Blossom, or sorry, not Nano Blossom. Why do I think it was Nano? Death Blossom. Money Snaps is going to have the shatter, and that could be huge in either.
Ooh, and they made the the left rotation there, just going straight to point. Kind of getting in that defender's position a bit. A nice shadow coming through. Able to take out Plasma. Death Blossom coming back and taking 3 of its own. The shadow also coming through. And that's going to be taking it pretty clean for Hyperion. They did get a late kill onto Lazaru. So that might help them in the next fight. But it's looking pretty nice for Hyperion right now, as neither team really has a lot of ults. We do see the ult from Blue Boxers. So we'll kind of see how that ends up going.
Yeah, will we see Blue Boxers ult? Let's see. Oh, Kua's just saying hi to the Reaper. Nope. There's the tire.
Doesn't quite get anything though. Doesn't even really put in a lot of damage. And so with that kill on Kua, it's looking pretty good for Hyperion right now. We'll see how these other ults coming through with DJ Gigabit casting that Coalescence, helping keep his team up, putting that extra damage. Stuff and things going down, but Rosemary getting killed to blue boxers. And so it's pretty even right now as I think Kua has come back from the fray. Rosemary going down, but Leicester getting killed onto Muddy Snaps. And we do see the Angry Monkey getting popped here from Kua, the grab getting thrown down as well, along with the Death Blossom coming through, but still no kills really directly from any of those. Kua getting the boop off with the ult onto Optic, but Hyperion coming through and getting 4 kills there. It looks like they will be able to hold this, just need to end out this stall, get the kill onto the ball, and it looks like that will be point 2 going to Hyperion. So it is 1-1 on our map 5 here. Keep in mind, this isn't like the normal map 5s you see, because we did have the tie earlier, so it's really on Kraken Skulls to win this map, because they need this map, and then they need to get the next control to win this.
Yeah, this has been incredibly close so far, and right now we are going to see the dive come out from Kraken Skulls. This is huge. Dive usually beats Double Shield, but if I'm not mistaken, Double Shield is beaten by Brawl, which is going to be coming out from... Sorry, Brawl beats Dive is what I mean. Brawl beats Dive.
I don't know anything. You're the host.
Stuff and Things and Optic are going to be playing the Brawl versus Kua and Muddy Snaps' Dive combo. So they did swap off the ball. That's okay. And,
yeah, we did see Stuff and Things getting out a bit ahead of his team, but Oakley gets the initial kill on the Petticoat Pirate. Doing a good job, and another headshot onto Agathon. Oakley doing really great stuff. Stuff and Things getting killed onto blue boxes. And clearly this first touch going to Hyperion. Oakley gets another headshot onto Kua. Really popping off. You get to see Oakley come to his own. So it's 3 kills for Oakley, 3 kills for Stuff and Things. They're just like, we got this, guys. 2v6, easy. I haven't cleared this other damage going in there, but just kind of look at the final blow. It's kind of funny. But yeah, Oakley really just kind of gets to see him shine a bit here. Yeah, it's a really great Widow map.
Fun for just watch these Widows. Agathon will be swapping over the Widow. Speaking of Widow, Stuff and Things is about 50%, so probably going to be able to build up a shatter here. But blue boxers is the closest that Kraken Souls has to an ult. Not very close, and they will be on
point. Rotate around, put the pressure on point, kind of make them push onto them. Doesn't give you a lot of angles for that Widow. Rosemary takes down Agathon. Oakley takes down. It's 2 for 2 right now on these kills, and Kraken goes very close to just capping the point if Hyperion steps off for even a second. But right now it's really even. Next kills coming through, and the Shadow is going to be getting Rosemary there, able to also take down Lazaru. After coming back, taking out Muddy Snaps, Oakley onto Petticoat again. And so it looks like it will be Hyperion able to defend their point right now in a very long fight. So they're right now at 57%, which is pretty decent.
That's good, and they have all 6 of their ults. Well, 5 out of... Sorry, I didn't realize that. They just swapped over to the Lucio off of the Baptiste, so they will have 5 out of 6 ults, which is very good to play with. And Oakley popping the visor early will give them sights on where this new Widowmaker is.
Yep, and Rosemary putting some pressure onto Agathon there.
And the double...
As team pushes in. Yeah, you can see both the routes coming through, the grab's going to be coming down. It looks like it's going to be some Space Jam with a 3K, and plus we also got the, boop kill onto Muddy Snaps. Not the boop off the map, but you get to use boop to get the kill.
Can't live today.
Yeah, dude, it looks like this is going to be cleaned up from Hyperion here really soon, unless some amazing stuff comes out, but I don't think any of them are anywhere near close enough right now. And that will be going to Hyperion in the 3-1. And so that was a really fun map, a really fun match to watch. Kraken Skills put up a great fight, but at the end of the day, they really only walked away with 1 map, which you gotta look at in these close maps. It's like you do actually need those map wins. And they were only able to take out 1. This is preseason, so nothing really matters. This is all practice and for fun show matches here. But yeah,
saying, are you not entertained in match chat as we finish this off? Which is
we are very entertained, Oakley.
We're very, very entertained. Now this is just amazing minors play coming up from 2 of what could be the top teams.
Yeah, so Hyperion definitely shaping up to be a top team with the 3-0 and 3-1, only losing a map in preseason. But yeah, so we're going to be setting up interviews, so we'll be back here in a second, probably just gone about 2 to 3 minutes. So stay tuned if you want to hear some words from Hyperion.
All right.
Welcome back to the stream. We just watched Hyperion versus Kraken Skulls. It was a 3-1 from Hyperion. It was honestly a very close match, but Hyperion was overall pretty dominant throughout the match. And we are here with an interview with Lysa Rue. How are you doing, Lysa?
I'm doing good. Doing very well.
Awesome.
After the win?
But yeah, so Hyperion's new around here in Owlet, and so compared with Kraken Skulls, who's here last season, placed fourth. Can you tell us a bit about just like your recent team history?
Yeah,
Coming down
so Hyperion is actually a mishmash of old teams. One from GGNA and Elo Hell, We have some team members from our old team, Scuff Shock, and then a mishmash of teams from Hyperion. So this is our first Owlet with the new players.
Awesome. So to get a bit into the game a little bit, what was your mentality coming to this match? So you guys just had an amazing 3-0 last night. And so were you expecting another 3-0, just be like, yeah, we got this? Or was it more just kind of like neutral, we'll see how it goes?
Oh no, our team is very confident. We like to go in and say, we got this, we're going to roll them, even if we know like it's probably not going to be that way. The goal is to be confident. We all love each other as teammates, so it works out.
Yeah, I mean, so far you've proven that the confidence is, deserved.
Yeah. We try.
But yeah, so sorry, I'm just playing a little bit sometimes. How did it feel coming in and playing against a newer team yesterday versus a team that's been together for about a year now tonight?
We try not to focus on how long teams have been together. I know that in my old team with the Elo Hell, we've played Kraken Skulls before. I don't know that it was this specific team, but we try not to focus on that, and we try instead to focus on like if we can figure out what they play and go from there, and just see like how can we do our best.
Yep. So so you guys are doing really well. Is there anyone you want to give a particular shout out to, especially someone like in the background that we're not going to see like pop off on screen, but it is just like shot calling and just being very essential in that way, or any coach you want to shout out?
Oh, absolutely. Our coach always is pretty great. He is on Twitch. Shameless plug. But no, always is great. But we also have some shot callers on our team. Oakley and Stuff are really great. Our comms can be a little mishmashed, but we always come through and we always have some good calls. So we just try and learn and grow.
That's wonderful.
Awesome. So Warren, do you have a question here for Lysaru?
I do actually. Was there anyone on the enemy team or on Kraken Souls that gave you a particular challenge that you want to shout out?
Yeah, the first of all, I believe I've played against Agathon before, so Agathon was doing pretty good, but also I hate playing against Junkrats as Brigida, so
Yeah.
just Lord.
I feel your pain as a tank player. Just shields go dead.
Yeah.
Blue box, we were calling out blue boxers as tires as go. Yep, that's the tire.
Yeah, the best thing we could do is just how can we kill that tire quickly?
And you got very good at it at the end. Like that was incredible. I think we were most excited when Plasma got that kill at the end.
Yeah, I think on
so
Busan,
good.
not a
Plasma.
single tire landed.
Yeah, which was
we
scary.
were like, spread out, don't get close.
There are some amazing plays coming in there. I mean, just like the grab that just got the huge anti-nade, just like they were dead in seconds.
Yeah, we were so excited about that, and all of your whip shots were just like super exciting for all of us.
Yeah, I remember
you.
King's was like, you killed Kua with a whip shot. Next fight, kill Kua with a whip shot.
Dude, it's my goal to kill every and anybody with a whip shot.
You're just like, Kua, get away from me.
I will kill you all. Let's go.
You heard it here first here, folks. Make those all with whip shots. Do you have any? What are your general feelings going into this into the season of this season 3.5 of Owlet? Do you have any?
Personally and as a team, I think we're all pretty excited. This is our first Owlet as a team, and we're ready to see how far we can go.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see you guys play. I love minors. I was super excited to see all the new teams come in, and new teams return in Kraken Skulls. But I think unless you have any more questions, I think that's all we have for you right now. But yeah, so congratulations on the win again, and good luck in the upcoming season.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. I know there's another main channel match going on, but thank you for coming over here after that. And just make sure to keep tuning into these Owlet games as we head into the regular season coming up next week. And I believe we still have another game tomorrow, so make sure to tune into that as well. But that is all we have for you tonight, folks.
Thanks so
So yeah,
much.
good night.
Good night.